You see, in the last couple of days, my jaw really hurt. And today I found out why. Guess who has his wisdom teeth growing back again? And who accidentally touched them with food during lunch today? And has now an immense amount of pain moving his face muscle. That's me! And so I barely can move my mouth without being in an atrocious amount of pain. And you see, water is pain. It's not because we're playing the Fontaine Art Conquest. It's because if I drink, I suffer. I took an Okitask before the streaming, and it's slowly taking effect. But still, this is pure pain for me. So you can make me drink, and I'll have to drink. But just so you know, every time you do so, you're bringing me an immense amount of suffering. Nice. Talking of it, I have to drink. Oh fuck. It's not as bad as before, to be honest. But I'm not basically moving my jaw, so nice. Very nice as always. So what are we going to do today? I still have drops up, by the way, so you all can lurk if you want. We have to finish the Archon quest, and we if we should finish it like in an hour or two. The Archon quest, if I'm not wrong. We'll see. We'll start for Ian's quest. Also, I have another thing going on, but I'll have to show you the in-game thing. Also, OBS updated, and now I don't have the green blob of doom. I have actual thing of connection. So we'll see with Baldur's Gate stream this week how that goes. Jesus Christ. Because it shows the CPU, FPS, and the kbps. That's it. Now it's going good. Let me change screen. Wait, let me stop music. Okay. Oh yeah, I said stop music. Okay. And unmute attention. Okay, let's change screen. Voila. As you can see, I'm really, really, really close being level 60. Like, it's not even 100 XP. So I guess we're gonna do it during the Arc Quest. We're gonna finish the Arc Quest and we're gonna be level 60. And I got Lene just to do this.
Step right up.
Yes, I can do this. Oh, don't talk me. Ah! I already am in pain. Hi, shot. Oh. Let's not wait any longer. We have to go to Poisson. I thought that my jaw was hurting because I talked too much during last Wednesday. No, it's fucking wisdom teeth. Motherfuckers. Where do I have to go? Oh, is that Fontaine? Also, we're gonna read the Villette story because I saw in his him talking about the story, he unlocks stuff after finishing this quest. Why there is a Fatui here? Why there is a Fatui here?
Navia! Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around. I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garun Snežević. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
I gotta say, I thought Arlecchino would bring pain, desperation, and an immense amount of death to this nation as Dottore did. But it was the opposite. I was wrong. I was so wrong, and it's so funny how people still share my Arlecchino and Colombina drawing where I told, oh, I cannot wait for Arlecchino to destroy Fontaine. She fucking saved Fontaine. Girl did the opposite.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats.
Stray cats of Fontaine? What?
But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
Friendly neighbors? What the fuck is Spider-Man?
That would be fine. Thanks.
This Spider-Man.
You're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Yes, someone should fix those bridges. Hi.
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Yeah.
Wait, just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Charlotte.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
Can I say the chlorine buttons are fighting for their lives? Because Jesus, girly. What the fuck?
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor for Navia's sake?
Don't use her girlfriend.
If we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of
I
me.
just decided they're
or of the traveler.
They're girlfriends.
It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up and smile.
Yay! That's a cute photo.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it? Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture.
Wait, she's at the center of the fucking image.
Let me snap a few more shots.
Well, how many fucking shots did it take?
All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
I hope the Genshin volume is not too much. If it's so, I'm gonna lower it.
You're very quick.
Because I cannot talk
when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key.
Since I have to keep my jaw fucking...
not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Chlorand.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
Ah, so you already know. Wait, let me test if I can... Okay, no, that was a wrong movement. Okay. It doesn't hurt that much if I... Okay. The task actually worked. It kinda stings, but it's not as painful as before. So I should be able to kinda talk normally. So, I think just to be sure, I'm gonna lower Genshin volume. Let's put it at 30. Yes.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Nervillette, and he told you, right?
What?
That's a very complete information chain.
What the fuck?
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridesley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Wait, what?
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
Don't say that because Presley is gonna fucking take it for it.
You seem curious about the fortress.
Of course. That Risley. I still remember going down to the fortress to grill him for information on my father's case.
Oh.
Boy, did he take me for a ride. Without telling me anything, of course.
But he did invite you to tea, didn't
Of course he
Two
did.
large pots of it, in fact. It was good tea, though.
he? I have to agree. The tea there is very good.
This man has only one
speaking
thought
of
in
that,
his mind.
Would
Tea.
you like to have some today? I mean, you've got time, right?
Well, I'd be partial to some shortbread.
Wow, it's like we've got a menu or something. Sure.
Good.
Ah, they're so cute.
What flavor of biscuits would you like, Mr. Snezhovich?
Oh, you're hitting
Me?
hitting him too.
I'm fine with anything, but I would prefer chocolate should you have it.
All right, leave it to me.
I'll go over the newly arrived supplies with you later, Mr. Snezhovich. We should be able to finish the preparatory work today.
That works great for me.
Huh. Is it just me, or did you get a new lipstick?
Ah.
I did. It was a gift from Sijuin. Want to give it a try?
Nah.
I think the color would suit you too.
I'll leave you alone, girls. What the fuck? My bad. Okay, now we're going to the fort. I got into a conversation I didn't want to interfere. I'm sorry, try the lipstick all you want, girls.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Please don't be nostalgic about
Looks
prison.
like you've been missing us.
Yay!
Duke, did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
I mean, we came with Charlotte.
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement.
Oh no, she didn't get her interview with the
Of course.
All right then, this way.
Where are we going? Oh. Oh, it's them.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need.
Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
Maybe. Are you
It would
still
seem
shy
that
about
Miss
your
Lorvine
relationship?
doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier,
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once.
Edwin.
I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on.
That motherfucker. Okay, for those of you who don't know who Edwin is, it's the motherfucker who blew up the Fontaine research labs and created those giant water cubes in the hair. Motherfucker.
The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend.
Either face.
Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship
Yeah,
now?
where the fuck is it?
Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
No.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
She's trying so hard. She's trying so hard to get an interview with
You
it.
already know my answer, I'm afraid.
No.
Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Let's interview the
Did you really
the
have
nurse.
to use the word couple?
Yes.
Well, then,
you
2
two are.
solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure
They
are
are
getting
fine.
pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing before. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
Oh no! Run!
Ah,
Run for your life!
Siegewien.
Run for your life!
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on,
Escape
Miss Siegewien.
the
Over
drink.
this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Ah, he's so cute.
Oh, sure. Do I have to
He's
smile?
so cute. I want her.
How have
Can
things
she
been
let
at
me
the
pull
front
for
desk?
her?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurier? Miss Lurvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun.
Yeah.
Not that you would want that, which is a pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two.
Nah. He's cool.
I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh?
Yep.
Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
Ah, wait,
You
what?
sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
No.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
I don't think.
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my
Yeah.
duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Departure. She already got away? Aw. I wanted to say hi to her.
Hey everyone, the photo
Goodbye,
shoot's
her.
done.
Already went away. Aw.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
Oh,
Maybe?
absolutely.
Who knows? I might write a
She's
story about the
absolutely gonna
underwater
try
factory
to
next time.
have a next
Until
time.
then. All right, last stop, the docks.
Let me talk with him.
Oh, you know, I'd love to see you in one of Charlotte's
Aw.
photo shoots one day.
Is that really necessary? Our line of work doesn't really require much photographing.
If you want
It's
a
precisely
photo
because we
view.
don't need the picture that they'll have value as keepsakes. We
Aww.
don't really look all that opposed to the idea, you know.
Maybe I'm just happy that I managed to once again avoid the spotlight. I think this interview went well either way.
Yes, you successfully kept prying eyes away by using Mr. Jurier and Miss Lurvine as shields. Very good.
You should be happy for them. They have a bright future ahead of them.
She's really so fucking cute. Let me see. Wait. What kind of vision do you have? Wait, is it the same as...
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Shut up. No, I'm maidenless. Oh, she's Hoja. Ah. Girl, you're Hoja. What the fuck? Yeah, she's Hoja. Like, seriously. She's so cute. Look at it. Look at it. She's so cute. I want to pinch her little sticks. I'm sorry. But she's adorable. Genshin, let me pull for Sejuin. Let me pull for her. I want her. Okay, let's go to the docks. I'm so sorry. Just... I just throw myself off. Whee! No. I must calculate it. Flop. Oh, Freddy! And Lynette. There is an email also. Maybe.
I didn't see them! They really are here! How did you know?
How did you know, actually?
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together.
Huh?
Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
What?
Traveler, Paimon.
Still distributing
Miss
them?
Charlotte, too.
Lenny!
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of gadget is it? It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
I guess they have a new meaning, those bags. Don't trick your friends into gathering your stuff in the water, please.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
Please don't. I'm not gonna go into the water for you.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here.
No!
Isn't that right, Fremine?
Stop it, poor guy.
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my address.
Sure, working hard to help Fremine socialize.
They're friends now.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Aw, I can see
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Touché. Do we really want to?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Got it.
You are alone with Lenny.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you.
Lenny,
So,
I still have the
how
flowers.
have things been, traveler?
Lenny, if you want to ask me on a date, you just have to say so. There is no need to do all of this. I still have the flowers. You smartass. I'm fine, by the way.
Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
Yeah.
That's all right. We were more than happy to help. So, what's she doing now?
Yeah, good question.
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. Well,
No.
after Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Nervillet opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
I'm sorry. What?
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. Yeah. It makes sense because they destroyed the divine throne. So technically, Nevilet is back at being a sovereign dragon. He doesn't really need the gnosis. And I guess Arlecchino and the Fatui helped with the nation. They saved a lot of people, so yeah, I can understand. Still,
It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child.
Oh yeah, also
or as
Child.
thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down.
That too. I forgot about Child. I forgot about him after he got yeeted. What the fuck is he?
Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
That is true.
That's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Nervillet has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
What? But what?
So there's some reason for this that only Nervillet knows about?
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede a while back.
I mean, I guess he's taking a walk. There is really not gonna be trials for a while. Because everyone is gathering the stuff from the fucking waters.
Isn't he real busy and stuff?
Not with...
Didn't think he'd have
There is no crime if everyone is kind of dead. Or trying not to die.
The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
Yeah,
they say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
He got eaten to the abyss and just fucking landed in Snezhnaya. What the fuck? I guess now I can say he's my war buddy.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
Yeah.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father arrived. I was gonna say before Father delighted us with her presence that we went from like, okay, the Fatui caused problems in Mondstadt. They almost killed. It's really funny. The child that tried to drown an entire nation, Akaliwe, and now saved an entire nation from drowning. Pretty funny. Character development. Then we went to Inazuma, and all this mess was caused by the Fatui. We went to Someru, and all the mess was enchanted by the Fatui. And now we went here, and the Fatui helped, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? How did we go around like this? Father arrived. Yes!
Father!
Well, well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
She's not only mommy, she's also daddy. She's the entire family. Please step on me. Those heels are fucking blades.
Are you going to take the gnosis back to Snezhnaya?
I guess so.
That is our duty as harbingers, yes.
To be honest, they're messengers.
Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks. Switching my masks is something I've always done.
So you're gonna stay in your position?
Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Did I got my official blessing for the wedding with Linné? We forgot we had this patient with us. Can you bring him this back to Snezhnaya since forgot it?
A vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
This is all this is all for the people who fucking said that child would fucking die in Fontaine. Fuck you. He didn't die. He's just suffering Znezhnaya after getting his ass beaten for weeks.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You're...
We broke Charlotte.
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable.
Wait.
Farewell.
Does that mean that Arlecchino was at an Oceanic too? Because she's from Fontaine. I guess she's not anymore. What?
Farewell, Father.
What?
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture.
I mean...
Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
You're welcome, Charlotte.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take
I
one
already
too.
have a magic
To move things about?
bag.
That's right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too. And
That's true.
what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pockets.
Aww, it's true. We got full circle.
I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends.
Aww.
All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Bye, Irene, Femine.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off. Shall we go see what Neverlette's doing?
Irene. Man. My man. You have a little bit of answers to answer. We have to do the Q&A before the next region. We always have those. So, as you all know, we have the moment dungeon when doing the mission quest. The mission quest, the characters quest. Like the moment where you try the characters in a dungeon. And then during the Archon quest, when you're finished the Archon quest, you have the moment Q&A where you got answers about stuff that happened. And you ask about the next region. So, tell me about Nathan and we fucking know nothing about it.
The entrance to the fortress. Ooh, he
I was
really
gonna
is
fucking
there.
fall because of the camera. Motherfucker. So, what do we know about Nathlon? We know it's... Okay, we know Nathlon is like here after the desert. And we know it's volcanic. Tyra. We know there are tribes. And they don't like external people. Like and people have dark skin and red hair. I guess. We fucking know nothing about that one. Nothing. They said nothing at all. We didn't even met someone from Nathlon. When Inazuma was locked down, we had people. We still had people from Nathlon. Yeah, we still had people from Inazuma. Nathlon, we saw no one. Fucking no one. The only NPC we met is someone who has a girlfriend in Nathlon. And no, I'm gonna check later with you guys. where the fuck he is. He's like, if I'm not wrong, he's in the port. And he says, oh, yes, I have to go to her because she cannot transfer here. And she lives in our tribes. That's it. I knew that.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Oh, Q&A!
I'm glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
I swear, it said, gotta put my money on it. It's as I said. When he did the final judge moment, he sucked off the primordial sea and make them all human. I bet money on that. Oh yeah, we still don't know about Foil.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Yeah, maybe that tell us about the what happened that day. Folklore tricked the Evelyn principal.
Whoa. So that's what happened?
I just knew the part about Farina.
Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign!
Technically speaking, the 7 are the 6 now. Technically the 6. There is no more Hydro Archon. And also, Celestia still didn't do shit. What the fuck happened to Celestia? Like, we know from Nahida that they're staying quiet. Strangely quiet. Like, a whole fucking position got nuked and they're still quiet. It's boring, so. Pretty boring.
But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontanians from dissolving.
As I
For
said,
me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true
fucking told
life,
you!
after the fashion in which life was
I was
first
right.
brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontanians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial
fucking
sea.
right!
Focalor must have
My
counted on you
brain
to make
is
that
so
decision as
big.
well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone.
And that's why this had to be really quiet. Like, she had to die and no one had to know because the whole judgment thing was based on Nuvidet. She put all her resources and all her faith in him. You can say that that's when the Fontanian really were born.
Yeah,
It's the day.
and in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too!
Yeah.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask.
Oh yes! Give me the Q&A.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know
Yeah,
it.
so... What the fuck happened with the child's trial?
I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young.
Yeah.
There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring
So
narwhal.
it's child's fault?
But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, he would have had tangential liability. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association, or Focalor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
I guess it wasn't necessary.
Focalor had Fontanians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they
Oh no, child has to get beaten around for some weeks. Oh no.
Fontanians hadn't yet become real humans. Were the children they had also transformed Oceanids?
Come on, why are you making actually intelligent questions? I never thought about this. I never thought about this question. Wait.
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontanians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Wait. It was an actual... Wait. It had a meaning? It wasn't actually a tradition? Poi mi stai nascondendo qualcosa. Fai un cervello, incredibile.
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual.
That's why people actually got pregnant after going to the fontaine, to the place. Ah, I see.
Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
That's why it became a tradition. It was quite effective if it was an actual ritual.
Paimon sorta gets it now. Either way, seems like this ritual won't be of any further use.
Yeah.
It'll probably live on as a local custom.
I guess it's a custom now.
I will tell you the truth as I know it.
So, about the future of Fontaine. What the fuck is gonna happen now, man?
Yeah, about that. Risley said Farina has already left.
I didn't say bye to her.
Ah, Lady Farina.
Oh.
The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely.
Aww.
After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest.
Yeah,
Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House. Not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay,
I
right?
will
You need
serve
not worry.
best.
I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to
500
play
years
the
of
role
trauma.
of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a
I
normal
wish her
life.
best.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
Yeah.
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials.
I guess you're
After
gonna
much
be the only
careful
one
consideration,
in
I've decided
trials.
to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
I mean, to be honest, him and the Oratrice always had the same verdict, so it's not gonna change that much.
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking,
You
you
know,
could say that
the
both were granted to
energy,
me.
you know, since the Oratrice got the energy for all the machines in Fontaine.
As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall coexist within my person. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem. Which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
That's a problem.
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay.
Kind of
Where
problem.
are they getting
Are they
their
gonna
energy
believe
from?
in you? No?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Wait, if I have full control of Musia, why can I only use you as Pneuma, bitch? Dormire a periodo da città.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Bitch, why can I only use his pneuma then? Be hoje too! So, about the gnosis, you know?
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done
Yeah,
much for
they
us
did.
during this crisis.
They
Their
did.
sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function.
Man,
The
you're gonna
Hydro
avoid
Archon's
troubles.
divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power. As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
Yeah, thinking about the
Let's
Inazuma.
considerations. Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Child.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth
I
as I
mean,
know it.
since we know what happened to Inazuma when they didn't get what they wanted, I guess it's for the best. So, the most important thing. Natlan.
You'll soon be heading to Natlan, I presume?
Yes.
I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that
Give me
land.
the info.
As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? I'm sorry, what the fuck?
A nation of dragons? You mean like you?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there.
Oh, why? Because you're human?
Unlike ancient dragons such as myself,
Oh no, the opposite.
the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity.
Ah, wait, I just thought about it. We never saw a dragon implement into the society. Because Nuvidek was kind of external, and he's technically an ancient dragon. We don't talk about Apep. Apep, girlie was not happy. She was fucking colossal. Valin was the protector, but was sleeping most of the time and wasn't really integrated into the society. Asdaha, we don't talk about him. Durin, we don't talk about it, also because he was artificial. We never met dragons integrating into the society. We always met external dragon. Ah, that's gonna be interesting.
Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame.
Yeah, Valin, he wasn't integrated into the society. Like, people even kind of forgot about him. He wasn't integrated with humanity. He was kind of there. He didn't get really close to Mondstadt people. Huh? I mean, I did know about the nation. It was the nation of war.
There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Knave that I believe may be useful to you.
What?
The Harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the
Capitano! Non capitano! No, vi prego, non capitano! No! Il condottiero! Il capitano! If I'm not wrong, he's number one of the Fatui. That's bad.
The captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui Harbinger doing their thing.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you.
Thank you, Nuvidek.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as
I'm
I
done
know it.
with my questions, to be honest. Jesus. Do you know anything about... Wait. I just realized. We can ask about the Archon. Wait. Does that mean we're gonna have another Q&A? So this is the second Q&A we ask Juliette, because the first one was about her sister and stuff like that. Then this is about the Archon quest. Like, I remember asking Nahida what she knew about the Archon, and she told us about Nuvidet and how the folklore was kind of strange. We didn't ask, like, we had no question about Murata. Che magari chi l'ha nato. Sì, 4.4, va bene. Maybe we're gonna have another Q&A asking about the Archon. Ah. Just realized.
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question about the Gnosis.
What?
When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
What are you not telling us?
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
Then tell us.
What is it?
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Man, what the fuck? What did you talk about with Skirk? Huh? What lore drop are you gonna give us? Abyss stuff? I don't like what lore drop are we gonna get?
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on.
Also, can I just say,
over soon as well, all right,
Hermosa is fucking pretty.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend.
I guess it was the noses. Kinda? Because of Focalor/Farina. She's so fucking pretty. It's absurd. I love this. I love this thing she has on the legs and on the arms. It's a kind of like a corruption of the abyss. So pretty.
I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
No, wait. I just realized. No, it cannot be the noses. Influenced by food. What did the cat just... Wait a second. What the fuck did the cat do? My cat decided to be a nuisance. Okay. So, as I was saying, it cannot be the noses because the curse was just on Furina. It cannot affect the noses. What kind of curse can he have on them? Is it like the sovereign thing?
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Sorry, what the fuck? I'm sorry. The remain of the third descendant?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
Huh. According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
What do you mean you sense a curse? On the gnosis. And the gnosis is the remains of the third descendant. Wait, what? Huh? I expected Abyss Lore, not this thing. What the fuck is happening?
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me.
Bitch, what?
But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just
did.
Me
neither.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
When? What is happening with my cats? I mean, she did say she sensed a curse on it. Was it a curse because of the remains? Or because of something else? Huh?
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts. And my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Yes, please do.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
I mean, he's a messenger, he's an harbinger, but like, that makes little sense. Let the man rest. Oh yeah,
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on to you.
What the fuck? Il mio gatto ha deciso di buscarle. Che cazzo sta combinando? Gabi? C'hai il messaggero in tutti i sensi. We're never gonna... Child is really gonna fucking carry the Archon quest. That motherfucker came out of nowhere, went to the Star of the Nation, got yeeted into jail, into the abyss, and now he'll have to give us the answer to our questions. As a fun fact, in italiano il maestro di Skirk viene chiamato l'Abominevole, ma in inglese è Foul, e la trasformazione di Child si chiama Foul Legacy. I'm gonna say it also in English. Skirk Master is called Foul, and Child Transformation is called Foul Legacy. So.
The remains of the third descender?
So What do we know? So the first descender was the Heavenly Principles. Motherfucker came, fucking brawled with the dragons and got a hold of the elements and their power. Then we know nothing about the second and third. The only thing we know is that the second descender was the reason why this the Sealy race got fucking yeeted, and there are the nails, because the second descender arrived, got beefed with the first descender. The Sealy race was kind of like the second and got yeeted by Celestia and lost the body and the stuff, and their fight weakened too much the first descender, and that caused the fight to stop and the nails to be dropped into Oltevat. You know, the giant fucking pillars we found around the nations. Then I guess the third descendant died, and we are the fourth one. What the fuck? The first and second really said, you know what? Fuck this new guy.
So that's what the no-sees actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
Yep.
If she speaks the truth,
Cazzi
then I
loro.
would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
Yeah, descendant. But I'm the fourth one. That means two things for me. The first one is that the Gnosis are connected to the descendants. And the second, who came before me, died. And we know it's not her fucking sister/brother because, one, we saw them. Motherfucker, we saw them. And we know from Nahida, like a reminder for everyone, that for some reason, or brothers or sibling is not accounted as a descendant. Is accounted as part of the ward, not of someone external, strangely.
I guess that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them.
Well, I'm gonna make them finish because
that means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender.
Guys, or body.
I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Yes!
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility, right?
Fuck, the girl on TikTok who said that the traveler body is a giant Gnosis was fucking right. She was right. Her body is a giant Gnosis. I guess since the descendants have a high elemental affinity and can link connect to the elements because their source of power is external, and so the word is trying to make them fit somehow and stuff like that. Or they're just fucking powerful because they're external. They got high affinity with everything.
No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels creepy. Comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all.
Yeah, I'm done. Don't worry, Paimon.
That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck. Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers that way.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
All whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yes.
For now.
All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment as well.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I mean, she did everything for Fontainians and for
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will.
Can you comprehend the god's will, though?
I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
Yay! Wait! Yay! Level 60! Let's fucking go! Yay! Now I'm gonna get money. Let's fucking go! Do you have anything else to say?
It seems from your expressions that you
Oh fuck, I can ask you again and stuff.
I will tell you the truth
I'm
as
sorry.
I suggest that you fully...
Sorry. I can ask you questions again. It's not my intention. Oh god. We have stuff. Wait. So. Nice. Second. Nuviek, motherfucker. Adesso basta lamentarsi ora. Adesso non posso più lamentarmi. Look at this! Jesus! I'm gonna read everything. Fuck this. Essendo il drago idro, Nuviet considera le melusine come i suoi subordinati successori, nonché l'esempio migliore di una nuova specie di elementosauro e di idro. Eppure Nuvilet è anche il distruttore dell'ordine stabilito, colui che giudica tutti gli dei, nonché l'oppositore della razza umana. Per quale motivo quindi ha scelto di dare alle melusine diritti pari a quelli degli umani? Tu sei stato l'unico ad aver avuto l'occasione di chiederglielo, e questa è stata la sua risposta. Non dipendeva da me, semplicemente alle melusine piace stare insieme agli umani, non dipendevano di me. Wait. The most important thing. Vision. A Novilet non occorre una visione per manipolare gli elementi. Esistono tuttavia delle cose che egli ha appreso solo dopo aver riacquistato la sua forma completa. Dopo essere rimasto gravemente ferito nel corso della grande guerra di vendetta, l'usurpatore, cioè the Fourth Descendant, aveva perso le sue funzioni e non era più in grado di usare la sua autorità assoluta per soffocare l'ordine originale del mondo. Wait. Okay, we know he lost kinda the power because of the second descendant, and so he put the nails down. I guess it wasn't... There were other issues. Per continuare la sua opera di repressione e controllare il sentimento e l'odio dilaganti, l'usurpatore e il suo successore, so the first and the second, crearono insieme le 7 nosi. So, I guess... Who the fuck is the second descendant? Fu quella la nascita di un ordine che non sarebbe mai stato rovesciato, che diede agli umani solo 7 ricordi. E che stigò l'uno contro l'altro tutti i frammenti dell'essenza primordiale affinché si divorassero a vicenda. A partire da quel giorno, ogni volta che i desideri di una persona raggiungevano i cieli, i 7 custodi del regno materiale avevano il dovere di rispondere a tale persona con un dono. Non è detto sapessero chi fosse quell'individuo, né quali fossero i desideri che oltrepassavano la sacra soglia, ma i 7 Archon erano obbligati a conferirgli un frammento del loro potere. E quando tale individuo avesse portato a compimento il proprio compito, gli dei avrebbero ricevuto un cambio, un dono ben abbondante. Nuvilet non obbedisce ad alcun editto celeste, ma riconosce il valore della volontà umana. Anche lui, pertanto, ha messo da parte un frammento della propria essenza, simile a un antico tesoro draconico, in attesa che gli umani valorosi vengano a richiamarlo. They finally confirmed this fucking thing. So, what it says is, God, we knew that the Archons were not responsible for giving visions. They actually gave us how the fuck this works. Finally. Sorry, I clapped my hands too close to the mic. I'm so sorry. So, the human desire, the human will, arrives to Celestia. And they says, okay, bitch, you're worthy of a vision. And they, like, send a bat signals to an Archon that they chose. And the Archon, like, feels that someone's desire must be fulfilled. They don't know why, they don't know who, they just know someone got a desire, and so a piece of their power got taken away from him because fuck it, the god, who fucking cares? And it's given as a vision to the people, and that's why vision holders can ascend to godhood, because they have a fragment of the gods. That makes sense. Okay. And then when they die, because it's when their duty is done, that power returns to the gods, like 10, like, doubled it. They get back double the power. Okay. And that explains why Raiden couldn't, like, there were no new Electrovisions, because, yeah, like Raiden says in her, about her talking about the visions, she says, oh, no new vision, no new Electrovision got out. It doesn't depend on me. I wasn't aware of it. It's because she kind of didn't answer to the call. She didn't notice it because she was too occupied with everything, and so she didn't give a fragment of her. Fuck. We got what they said about the G.
Nothing will stop me from rendering judgment on each of the 7. As the Archon who won the authority of Geo, Deus Ori must be called to trial. If one does not wish to see us on opposite sides of a conflict, they need not worry, for I intend to stay in Fontaine for the foreseeable future, which could well mean another 400 years.
Jesus.
As another point of consolation, even when the trial eventually takes place, it is still not a given that the judgment will lead to a physical confrontation.
He got beef with Zhongli. Okay, what do you have to say about my baby boy?
I shall fulfill my vow to judge all of the 7 in turn, even if the sky should fall and the ground give way. As the recipient of the authority of Animo, the god of breeze and hope must also stand trial. He spends most of his time being a harmless drunkard. Well, even so, I must meet him for myself and proceed from there.
He's so taken aback, like, huh? Isn't he God? What? Also, can I just say that useless and harmless are 2 different translations? Why the fuck in English is harmless and Italian is useless? Motherfucker. What do you have to say about Raiden?
As a survivor of the dragon race who has regained my full dragonhood, I must fulfill my oaths and obligations, even if it means returning all the water in the oceans back to the heavens. In taking the authority of Electro, the Narukami placed herself on the list of the usurpers. She will... Oh. You say she has isolated herself in the plane of Euthymia, and now rarely appears in public. Then I shall pay her a visit in another few centuries.
In another few sentences, you know. What do you have to say about our brass girl?
Though the day will come when I put her on trial, I must commend the god of verdure on her sense of responsibility.
Aww.
Few things are without flaws in this world, but the devotion and benevolence she displays are a testament to her commitment to continued progress. I felt enormous regret when I learned of the mistreatment she has endured over the past 500 years.
Nahida's best girl. She's always best girl. No one fucking hates her. She's so cute. What do you have to say about Farina?
Now the curtain has finally fallen on her performance. The character she portrayed was an imaginary one, yet in playing that role, she fulfilled her duties. Though she is meek and full of doubt by nature, she was able to use madness to stiffen her resolve and see her duty through to its conclusion. The work that she has done over the centuries is truly immense. If she were to ever make a return to the stage, I should personally attend the performance and give her my heartfelt applause.
Aww.
Yes. I must do so when the opportunity arises.
Aww. Do you have it? Guys? Do you have anything to say about it? Oh, but Farina.
A bard must be versed in both music and song, but a stage performer requires far more skills than just these. Hey, don't you think we should invite her over to put on a show at the next Windbloom Festival?
Aww.
Huh? You want me to talk about how she saved Fontaine? Well, I mean, she's such a talented artiste, it's no wonder. I wouldn't be surprised even if she'd saved the entire world.
Can I say I really like how Venti always treats the others as very human, like, oh, she was a goddess that could do so many things, like, no, she's a talented actress. I want to invite her so we can perform together. That's so cute. Naida, what do you have to say?
People often say that wisdom isn't about what you know, but knowing what you can change. It is beyond question that the prophecy was carved into ermine so long ago. And while it may look like nothing has changed, it also seems like everything has. I think we both know her to be smart enough to turn the fate of the world around.
Nahida and Venti know way more than they like. No, motherfuckers, what do you know? What do you know? What do you know that we don't? Oh, right. Wait, I also had this. 11! Yay! Let's go. Go! Okay. Oh, it's called the Little Oceanid! That's so cute! That's so cute! Okay. Before that, though, we are gonna do the new thing. Okay. As a little pause. I just have to fucking kick asses. Okay. Well, I can just fucking try every. Okay. So this one. This one. There's no fuck with me. Fuck my life. No. This one. And this one. I guess. I guess. Yeah, fuck it. And we're gonna start with Venus Quest. Yay! Oh. Oh no, how will I do it?
Hey!
Our bond is strong.
Silence!
So difficult. This is so difficult. So, technically speaking, there is no new Archon, and fun fact, one of our friends said, "Oh, I don't like Foriana. Like he didn't finish the Archon quest, and he said, "Oh, I didn't. I don't like the new Archon. Like she's supposed to be an Archon. Why is it so strange, her kid and stuff?" And me and Shadow fucking laughed their asses off because freaking Foriana is not the fucking Archon. I technically have the thing most similar to an Archon with Nibilet, but even Nibilet is not the fucking Archon. He's the Dragon Sovereign.
Commit it to memory. Grow.
Hey, hi, Dread. We just finished the Archon quest, and now we're doing the vent domain, and then we're gonna start Furina's quest. Your voice is pretty as fuck. Thank you. Thank God you arrived now, because at the start of the streaming, I'm having my wisdom teeth growing back, and I wasn't suffering, and the medicine I took before streaming wasn't taking effect, and I couldn't open my fucking jaw. Now I can open it, and I'm fine. Oh, I was talking like this with my mouth closed. Oh, thank you. Good thing you're feeling better.
Share my knowledge.
Oh, you were. What?
Stand with me. Lightning.
Wind strategy. Clouds high. The birds come.
Be sanctified.
Wait, are you immune? Why are you not taking damage, bitch?
I'll settle this.
Settle down.
Take damage? Why were you not taking damage? What? What happened? Let me drink. It's really so strange seeing the new interface of OBS. Finish this. So good. It was an easy. I always say I'm in easy mode with Nibiret. Well. Nice. So. Let me get my team. This it's not my team, it's my Nibiret. So. Let's start. Wait, I have to go to the. Get my Fontaine stuff. Wait. My Fontaine repetition. If you're finding stuff around here, it's because I started a quest and didn't have any intention to continue it, and so I'm just leaving stuff around here. Everything is fine. We're missing another freaking Jesus Christ. I need to play the new event. It's kind of okay. They're making you try reactions with the domain, and it's quite nice. I tried a little bit Furina, more than in the trial. She's fine, not my playstyle, so I'm not pulling for her.
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps?
Jesus, Paimon, don't be like this.
Paimon's just being enthusiastic. We're old friends now, she gets it.
She gets it.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see.
Yep.
Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Ah.
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding.
Yeah, for sure, Paimon, you were kidding.
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical.
Huh.
The original cast member ran into some issues and is currently unable to perform the role. But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties, so unfortunately they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
Ah.
That does sound like a tricky situation.
Work for...
So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
Yeah, invisibility.
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job.
Understandable.
There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone
Understandable
the show.
why not many
and delays
accepted,
tend to create all sorts of new problems.
Pay.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
I mean, this is Furina's quest. I wonder what... It's really funny, like, if you get a bunch of missions and you don't remember which is which, you actually don't know how these things go on. But if you take the commission, if you take the quest of the character, you know.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there. Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution.
I mean, either looks like a woman, but like...
he hasn't thought of.
Just I'm gonna let my long blonde hair down.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder, he looks like he just ate a sour lemon.
Let's go talk to him.
Paimon approves, let's go! Hello there, are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two! Are you really willing to act in my musical?
It's so funny that if you're wondering what is this strange blue area, it's because this is the place where I usually put my crystal fly catcher. We're just penetrating the crystal fly catcher. Why did you choose this place?
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already.
It's almost like we're internationally famous, Paimon.
But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame.
Can you cover the budget with the price of the tickets?
That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts. All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
No!
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe. One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
Haven't said that one of your actors cannot make it?
Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform. The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas.
Let's hope so.
What if we sponsored the show?
Paimon, no.
How much more are you carrying?
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor, and I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
I mean, more is not the problem. Like, how do we find someone capable of for the role?
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show. We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait!
Yunjin?
What about...
I'm sorry.
You know who?
Take a look at Yunjin. We're just gonna get to leave it real fast. But yeah, we're thinking about Irina.
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now.
I mean, yeah.
She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
If she's feeling alright, I mean, she did need some time off after, you know, being a goddess.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
You know, Furina.
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
No.
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
I mean, she is a good actress. So we know that for sure.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before.
Oh,
they were one of the reasons she was so popular. But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner.
I mean, yeah, it's like she's now a retired actress and a retired idol. Oh, I forgot that. Ciao, Sharon. But I mean, even when she was an Archon, I don't think she did for the money, you know. Kinda the Archon. You don't need money.
She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Farina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours.
Man, she's retired. Do you want this fucking thing to go on or not?
Well, yes, but... Fair enough. I mean, if she was
actually willing to... We just need to know where the fuck she lives now.
Then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Farina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too. I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested.
Touché.
She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask her.
I don't think she's gonna feel like this is beneath her. I really think she's gonna have a panic attack because she's gonna act again in front of a lot of people. I just really think that.
Besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Well, we still have to try. Let's try to fucking find her.
Thank you for your help. I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Look into my crystal catcher.
Wait, where does Farina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
Yeah. As it happens, I have her current address here.
Why do you
I can
have
provide
it?
To you.
Why do you have it?
Ooh! When did you get here?
You got out of the fucking booth? Since when can you do that?
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Farina. Back in a jiffy!
Yay! The little Sunny! Yay! Fuck this shit. Oh, she lives down the street. Okay. Oh, she literally lives on the street. Oh, it's a nice house. It's such a nice house. Jesus Christ, that scared me.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here?
I guess.
Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Marmont.
Paimon, look me in the eyes. With which money he was gonna get a villa? Also, this is a fucking pretty house. What are you talking about, Paimon?
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't an earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
With that, I'm going to the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I can launch myself into the chair. Okay. I really like how her normal voice is really quiet, and like I like her different. Like it actually changes. Like when she was acting, she was, oh, me, Farina, and normally now she's like this.
Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags.
Really appreciate that the Italian translation says pasta, not macaroni.
I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
It's offensive either. Either this is just offensive. Don't you get tired of eating pasta every day? No, not if you know how to fucking cook it. Not if you differentiate, motherfucker. Also, she knows how to cook. Raiden could never.
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Thank you, Farina. Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, once again, thank you, translator, for saying pasta ragu and not bolognese. Bologna non esiste in Genshin.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
Why do you want to cook on your own now? Why are you asking this stupid question either?
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity! It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too.
Do you have a job? How can you get this stuff though? That's my true question.
Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
I'm a big words from someone who just eats what I cook. Also, she can... Raiden cannot even fucking cook. She can cook something. Why insulting Furina like this? What?
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace. Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoo!
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad!
But it's not true that Paimon was worried about her condition. She was actually insulting her. You both!
Yeah, exactly! What the Traveler said! Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you.
No!
Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either!
Yeah, exactly! I had to ask you for your help.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious.
Oh, she doesn't have a vision, Rocky!
And you're the one with the power to help!
I mean, you're the only person who can make it.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
What can I say? That either and Paimon really go around saying whatever the fuck they want. Like, with Venti and Furina judging them. Motherfuckers. Leave them living their lives. What did they do to you? Like, oh, God forbid that Venti work is playing. And he uses it to drink what he can. God forbid that Furina cooked simple stuff. Jesus. What was that about?
I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense. After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well-versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities. But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you!
She's still not ready to go out in public.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me.
I mean, 500 years, comprehensible.
Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
Oh, so that's how we feel.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Paimon, it doesn't fucking matter.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross.
Don't make her cross her boundaries. Can I say, I just noticed now that she and Villette have some elements in common in their outfits. It's really cute.
If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place.
So I'm not going to perform, and that is that. Okay, guess there's no convincing
like
you.
This species.
Is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me.
Aww.
Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
You shouldn't think that bad of people.
True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for? Oh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
Well,
yeah.
Is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would.
Yeah, you're really insistent, guys. The fuck?
Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
It's all right, Farina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troupe will be so disappointed.
I mean, I guess plan B, I'll have to get my blonde hair free from this braid and recipe again.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now.
An actor recipe.
Alright then, we'll see you around, Farina!
Hi, Farina.
Toodaloo to you, too.
Toodaloo.
I'm going home to take a rest now.
Toodaloo to you, too. That's so cute.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Farina's decision.
Yeah.
Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now.
You don't fucking say, Paimon. Sometimes, I swear to God, Paimon and Traveler are a real piece of fucking shit. By the way, the things I said were really similar, were like the blue things. The fact that their outfit is like blue and black, and like the ornamental pieces, it's really cute. What?
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
Oh no.
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform. Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Farina go?
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then.
Imagine if we convinced Farina to join, and then she wasn't needed anymore.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, Is Lady Farina really so harsh with people?
I mean, yeah, for this reason,
Calm
yeah.
down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Yeah.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day. I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
You're right.
Aww.
I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show.
What are they gonna perform, though?
I should have asked for your permission first.
I wonder what they're gonna perform.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on.
Wait, hold on.
Sure.
Ina. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
What did I capture with the harm?
Alright, I'm coming. No need to drag me.
I was gonna drag her.
Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Don't act. I'm already sensing the voicing, the voice of you acting all superior. Don't you fucking try.
Farina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
You couldn't resist. I fucking...
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all.
Yeah, sure. For sure.
When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down.
Don't worry.
I'm sorry, Paimon.
I mean, it was understandable, also because they talked shit about you before asking.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
Then why did you just shut up?
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. Traveler is beyond... Sometimes he's just rude.
I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me.
Also, can I just say, Jesus, either senses. How did you notice you were being followed? What the fuck?
But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Farina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that, and no need to keep addressing me as Lady. Just Farina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control.
What?
Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Her name was O'Reilly.
Wait.
And she was the founder, as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in this serial disappearances case.
Wait, did I heard her name? Well, while investigating the victims. Wait.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice.
I thought I was just famous.
But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Farina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater.
Aww.
She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us.
Aww.
People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can. But despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart.
Aww.
It's agonizing. But ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Understandable, yeah.
Oh.
It's so sad.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and
My
no
mother
doubt
is
had
calling
much
me.
more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
My mother called me to talk about what I'm gonna do for dinner.
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Why is she calling me
Good thing
again?
I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Called me again. This time to ask me about my wisdom teeth, if I'm still in pain. What is happening?
Farina?
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway.
Are you just gonna help them organize
Can,
everything?
however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member. But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
So you're helping it, you're not
Most
crossing your
definitely.
boundary.
We'll
Nice.
take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director.
Now that I think about it, Nubilet said he would provide everything for Farina. Isn't it just sending her money? Just sending her money like as you're retired, you're a goddess retired. You're witch. Because I don't think she didn't mention having a work. your weekly allowance.
Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
And that's why I really like Hazel. Because in the Serenity dialogues, he talks about him making gifts and sending stuff to the family of the criminals he arrested, helping them. Because no one ever think about what after.
An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Huh. Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh? You just want to
shut the
get
fuck
back
up.
in on the action, don't you?
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
I mean, sure, since it's you and since it's connected to the disappearances.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Farina's performances, as of course we all are. All right, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
Show me the place. What the fuck is it? Oh, it's to the other fucking side of the city. Wait a second. Okay. Cut back. The fuck are we doing? Oh, wait, what? Oh, I didn't expect this. Didn't expect an actual map. Oh, so
Huh? Lady Farina?
What's Lady Farina doing here?
Hi.
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Farina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Farina on our behalf.
The show called The Little Oceanid.
You bet! That was the trial of the
It's really
century!
ironic. It's really ironic.
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
Yep.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, ironic.
That's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director.
Really ironic.
One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Yeah, finding the Hatros was the last of your problems.
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about.
Yeah, thank you.
The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
Never finished.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
Understandable.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this,
sadder.
not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from 2 of our main actors.
What do you mean?
The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the deadline's passed, and we still haven't heard from him. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Yeah, the main actor was the least of your problems.
Although, now that we have Miss Farina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh,
stop! You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing.
yeah.
But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Yay!
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending.
Yeah, we
She
should.
went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last
You
thing
went
his
to
friend would want
Poisson?
right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some
I was worried because of...
Poisson?
Yeah, Poisson. Of all the places, fucking Poisson.
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So, allons-y. To Poisson!
Lindsay and him telling you, en marche. This place is so cute, though. Let's go. Poisson. Genshin. I guess. Load with cold. Okay. You'll even live on the bottom floor. On the bottom level. Jesus. Right. We're right next to the water, man. Is he dead?
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
Also?
Alright, forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
He's making excuses, man.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Yeah.
Someone told me they'd
Navi?
just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Farina, too.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Shut up.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
Jesus Christ, leave them alone.
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please.
You did
Must
plenty
our
enough.
conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories.
I bet you have that effect
We don't have
on
to let them cloud
Nuvilet and
everything we
Farina. I
do.
don't know what to say.
And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort.
I mean, you saved
You make a very
everyone
good
still.
point. But for now,
A few
at
people
least,
were lost, but like,
I
you
think
saved
I should stay with the way
everything
I'm
else.
feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done. Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Farina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
Okay.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Thank you, Navia.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
I guess people are still angry, understandable, because they lost many lives here. Even if she saved everyone else. Oh god. Don't turn this way. Don't turn this way! Don't fucking turn this way!
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah, of course she was nervous.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which, of course, I completely understand and accept.
I'm absolutely certain that someone didn't believe the lie that Navia said.
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me.
Oh, they're gathering. Oh no, please don't tell me I have to save Farina.
I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
It's like, maybe it's too much for you?
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Oh, they're not gonna stand there without saying anything. We better fuck off.
Probably time we made a move.
Yeah.
How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Fucking go away. What am I supposed to do? Go away. Before they start attacking us. Whee!
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
Don't worry.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Yeah. We're seeing the real
Well,
Fabina.
I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be.
I'm really happy we're seeing the real Fabina now. She's so sweet.
As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind.
Yeah.
One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm.
But you were just human, even back then. What could you have done? You would have died if you came here.
And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only doing your duty.
Yeah, don't be so harsh with yourself.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
What about that? Like, you don't need, like, it's bad when people need you for something. And not just need you to be happy. Like, being needed by someone for what you can give them is not healthy. It's a toxic relationship. And being needed just because your presence is nice, it's better.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Think about your freedom as a reward.
A reward?
Yeah. Because now you can speak truthfully. You don't need to be sad or alone.
I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Farina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
Aww.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here.
Yeah, Paimon, shut the fuck up.
To do the same.
What Paimon meant, or what Paimon should fucking say and not be a bitch. Yes, she didn't like you being sad. See you being sad. Don't you feel better now?
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
And if he didn't fucking finish, we're gonna drag his ass out. Oh, Marco Polo! Ti vengo a trascina fuori casa. Te spacco il culo se non c'hai il copione.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours.
Yeah.
I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
It's friendly arguing, it's nothing bad.
We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
What?
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That was unexpected. It was unexpected. I'm so sorry.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
I'm seeing too many things in common with Farina.
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah, strangely so.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy.
Okay. I see. Strangely.
She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe. allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You see, Farina, other people also have to suffer not being able to be themselves and stuff like that. You know.
You mentioned earlier that the troop is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore.
Jesus!
I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
Aww. She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it.
Like I said, what you left behind after a trial. That's why I think Aizo should have more importance. Motherfucker is out there solving crimes and helping the not only the victims, but also the family of the one to do the crimes.
One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore. So I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, hi.
You're finally
Oh, do you
done?
look at that?
Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Farina.
Farina? The Farina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
That's because of me.
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Aw.
Same here.
That we're the one that convinced us.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow.
That's why we wanted you to come out, bitch.
Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human against the wishes of her family.
Yes.
She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes.
Can I say I love Genshin art style? It's so pretty! Look at this! It's so fucking pretty! Also, I could never draw this fucking background.
The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it, and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Technically, yes. We know that technically, yes.
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Yeah.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
And then you couldn't
She makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
This is a little too familiar as a story.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Yeah.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
However, I'm expecting now, however.
There's actually something else that bothers me.
Oh?
You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
Jesus Christ, girl! What the fuck is wrong with their finale?
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
Yeah.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death. Both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
Yeah, but extinction of humanity, girl, your finale was absurd.
Doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
Non sono qua. Non sono qua io. No. Oh. Ah, let's see. Ah.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aurelie.
No.
What? You
kept
that one quiet.
My guy.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners.
Understandable.
Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her.
Sad, this whole thing.
Maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, That day will never come.
Now I'm just sad.
Paulo. So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by O'Reilly. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Vilmont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Vilmont.
It
Are you
seems
ready
like
to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final
let's go
performance,
to Vilmont.
I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
Oh, yes.
I certainly do.
Oh.
Come on, everyone. Allons-y.
Oh, now you're saying anything. Before it was unmarked. Where are we going? What the fuck do you leave, man? Wait, okay, here. Whee! Wait, now that I think about it, are we going to see how Farina gets her vision since she's playable?
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Wait, is Neuvillette the one who's gonna give Farina her vision? Since like, she's a playable character, but right now she doesn't have a vision. And there is no more Hydro Archon.
As if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour.
Yep.
Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Farina in a fight before.
Don't
Yeah,
make her
but
fight.
Don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into Indemnitium. Miss Farina said so herself.
Did he actually believe this bullshit? Did he actually?
Precisely! And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway.
What did you all say to the people of Fontaine? What the fuck?
As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just state that I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie, indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
Aww, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Farina.
Fight mode
Sorry
Farina.
to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry,
Pizza
job.
cake.
It's kind of my job. The only problem is I
stars.
have Neuvillette for now.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night, Wind Strider.
Okay.
Silence!
Stop it.
Not now.
It's pain.
As one with wind and cloud.
Bow your head.
The wind knows me.
Vai, Kazuma. Go, Kazuma, go.
The night is cold.
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Thank you,
Thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Go. Like I was saying, it's really gonna be interesting. Like, we read before that technically now the Hydra Vision are gonna be sent by Nuvidet. So Farina is gonna be the first one, I guess.
Vilma, are you there?
She's gonna be the first one to receive a Nuvidet Vision.
Wait, what's Lady Farina doing here?
Oh, hi.
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
We're gonna explain real fast to you what is happening.
You think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone?
Maybe. Perhaps.
I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Vilma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone.
Yeah.
Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
Oh no!
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh no! He's suggesting that.
Listen, Vilma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances.
Wait a second. I don't like where this is going.
It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
What? Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Wait, I remember it gives you a lot of happiness, but it fucking damages your body.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe, and it wasn't my fault.
Oh no, I think I know where this is going.
Things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
You brought the director to the attention of the seller of sin, and your mistake gave them motivation to kidnap her and killing her.
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us?
Because you would have probably all died.
You were afraid. This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her.
You could have not.
How could you be so stupid?
He absolutely could not save her.
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered! She was the love of my life! And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show! How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve.
No, let's not fucking kill anyone, please. To be honest, it's not absurd what he did. He probably thought, oh, okay, it's something like Fonta. We know the Fonta people like sold in the fort the experimental ones. Like, okay, experimental marriage of. Oh, you don't go thinking, oh, it's drugs. And it's the director. I mean, he didn't say she, but also the director didn't say anything. And she take all the problems on her. She sacrificed for everyone because she didn't want them to be in trouble too.
End my life so I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight! Go! Get lost! I don't ever want to see your face again!
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe?
Oh.
You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
Never bring the personal emotions into role play and acting. That's bad. It's really, really bad. Never do that. You ruin relationships.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters, to shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her, and that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director Aurelie and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that
Aww.
for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again.
Aww.
If she'd seen Paulo and Villemont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
Everything is she and Farina would have gone along.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. let's save all this for after the performance.
Yeah.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray.
Yeah.
The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie herself. She's the true star of the show.
Maybe we could discover more about what happened.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims.
Oh, yeah.
If you could find anything that Aurelie left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
Dungeon moment.
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on Aurelie's true feelings.
No.
Nah.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Let's fucking go!
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Niente momento dungeon. The dungeon moment, huh? I guess I'm gonna do that. I mean, touche, there is no dungeon moment because it just didn't have a vision. Touche, I guess I'm going to Nubilet's files. I'm just going... Nubilet, let me see the files. Let me see them. The shock I'm gonna cause because Frin is coming with me here. Let's go. Hi, we need to see the files.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application.
Okay.
Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
Oh, thank you.
So, this is all Aurelie left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! The notebook.
It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving
no one
Vacher's
fucking
guilt.
read the diary. I swear to God.
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
Yeah. Sad boy. Oh wait, it's not automatic. Oh.
I guess Aurelie must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
There's something wrong?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Oh no. Let me read. They took someone else. We're 6 now. Or maybe 7. One of the people tried to escape yesterday, but she was captured, and I never saw her again. Was it yesterday? Maybe not. It's been long since I lost my cognition of time. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can write something useful. And for how long will I be able to? I already see my inescapable destiny, my inescapable fate. But the one thing that scares me the most is the thought. Oh, fuck. It's seeing here all the people of the troop. You really protect them. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I cannot write anything else. Oh fuck! I'm crying. Oh fuck! No, really, don't make me cry. I think I have the fever, and my stomach problems are back. No one gave me a medicine. It's better me than crazy. The pain would have kept her awake all night. It seems like they think everything is permitted. They're using this as subjects of experiments as much as they can before they die. Here it's so humid. I gave her my cover. It's so cold. So cold. Too cold. I just have to keep going, and everything will pass. There will be a reward for the hard work. I like to think of something like that. But I'm the one losing her mind. If someone reads it, the company, safe. I, them, important. Please. Goodbye. I'm sorry. Life. Exhibition. Future. Regret. Cleo. This page is absolutely incomprehensible. The pen of the one who wrote it seems like it's just written randomly. Just a few words can be written, and barely. From this point on, the diary stops to be substituted with the musical text. It seems like some of them are pieces of journals, some of them are handwritten, and there are a lot of cancellation and modifications. It seems like this was consulted a lot of times, and it was the personal diary of Orly. It's so sad. I cried. What the fuck?
She was so terrified.
Yeah. She saw one of the girls dissolve right before her eyes. And she must have waited for her own death in silence.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been.
Fuck that guy!
Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
The text continues, even the next pages. But one was turned off, turned away. One of the pages was cleared away and closed into the last web page. At the end, there is a note where there are 2 lines written by Aurélie with a much more clear calligraphy than the one before. But it seems like it costed her a lot of time and energy. If you become human, you will never be able to reveal that secret to no one. You will suffer an immense amount of sufferance and solitude. Is this truly what you want? Because for them, I'm a big sister. I adore them. Oh fuck! Can I not cry every fucking time I'm playing an Archon Quest?
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this still what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love. And she truly deserved it.
Yep.
Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Fuck me so much. Oh, I'm so sad. Why do I have to cry every fucking time I'm bringing Genshin? Fuck me. Can I not cry for NPCs? Of all the things. And I cried for Navia and Silver. And the other one. And I cried for Focalor. And I cried for Aurelie that we never fucking saw even. Never saw Aurelie. But I'm sad for her. I'm too emotional. Fuck that. Get too sentimental. I'm gonna make all this group sad. Fucking sad. I brought you sadness and regrets. Yeah, some of them cry. Some of them scream with rage. Some of them just don't say a word. A lot of time passed before they calmed and they took a decision together.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Yeah.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary.
Yep, it was the ending he wrote.
Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
The ending he wrote.
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director O'Reilly and her alone.
Yep.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Because they're gonna act with their whole heart.
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions, love, hate, regret, and hope, just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
It was what the Oceanids, what moved the Oceanids to being human. Human emotions.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Farina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
I'm still crying.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Yep.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Wait, what? You?
Procure a stage?
What?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage.
No, you're not.
By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
Wait, what?
No. That's
No,
never gonna
no.
work. It's
Calm
far
down.
too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine?
Marina? What?
No, though that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Yeah, fuck everything. Let's go big and go home.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
Fuck it. Opera Epiclese. Okay. Jesus.
I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It
Don't worry,
really is
guys.
a dream come true.
I mean...
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too.
Oh god.
Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette. I know just where to find him.
In his office? You mean in his office? Where he's always... Nervilette is already here. Oh, he's fucking up. I mean, he did say, should she perform again, I will go there and give her my most heartfelt applause. Even if... Is she gonna perform though? Is she? That's a question. That's a true question. This is
Hey,
awkward.
look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing?
You were just guessing?
I knew you'd be here.
Well, who's...
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Farina.
Yeah.
And you too, traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult.
Just like that? Wait,
the
what?
story of the Little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed
You're gonna
on stage.
who?
I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes.
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation.
Yes.
But one
thing
thing
took
led to
another.
another, and... well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
Yeah,
I'm truly
like
delighted to
Nervilette.
see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Oh.
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire.
Oh, shit.
The experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Oh, shit.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again.
I
No
don't think so.
exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel
Not
like I've
if
learned a lot, and it
the
has
chronic
already
illness
been
is
well
back.
worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nervalet.
Thank you. He's such a sweetheart.
You are very welcome.
The funny thing is, when I first saw him, I thought he would have a stick up his butt. But he's so sweet, actually.
Many people were once enthralled by Lady Farina's performances, myself included. I hope that one day, she'll be able to understand that our appreciation was always sincere.
Oh. Okay, where are we going? Oh, here. Back here again. Actually, didn't read the name of the quest. Wait. How is the quest called? Wait. The life, how a light and eternal melody. Well, we got over clay, guys. The fuck? That was unexpected. Oh, surely unexpected.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with
He
a
just
fitting
gave it to you
stage for
because
this
it's you.
special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way
Friend
for this
privilege.
opportunity. But we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance.
Nice.
A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
Yeah.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiumol and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation?
Let's go!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing. Even though Farina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up.
I cannot wait to see the performance.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
This scene is so cute. Ooh, they tried the costumes. Nice. Oh, all the scenes were so
Cursed
cute.
Cleo.
Jesus.
She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, O little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Oh, they're good. Nice. Yay! Is she feeling well?
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Is she feeling bad?
Why? Why does it have to be now?
Oh no!
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now. Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
Oh no, that's bad.
I thought they cured it.
What's wrong with you when you
so
think
they
that?
were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Farina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Dulphie back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale.
Oh, wait.
From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Farina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done.
I'm
It's
so
really
sorry
my
for
own fault
her,
for
though.
getting in too deep.
I mean, she
no
knows.
one likes regrets, myself included.
Nice.
Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Can the voice actress
Well
of Farina stop? Like, every time she speaks, I'm at the verge of tears. Stop it. Stop it.
I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Oh. Oh god. What? Wait, huh? What? Woo! A video!
Is she here yet? Let's get here!
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
She's singing French! Her voice is so pretty.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
What? I'm not crying. You're crying. What the fuck? Oh. Oh. This is how she got her vision.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Farina on the stage just now?
This is how she got her vision. That video is insane. I'm gonna rewatch it over and over and over again. That was so beautiful. The song, the visual. They went insane with this class. I like to think the movie that was in the audience, he saw Purina exhibit, and he was like, take the vision, yeet, yeet.
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere?
Also, it's really interesting that her vision is slightly different since it's movie that first vision granted.
Gotta say though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
Yeah, she made me cry again.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
Never know.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Aww. Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Farina.
Fuck it. Fuck everything.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh,
they got you.
So it was Farina after all.
She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
They wanted to thank you.
All right, calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Oh, it was a rule?
I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
The worst thing worse, you're gonna have to have some autograph to sign.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
That's not
a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
That.
The second time you get to someone,
I've got
you
no
see someone
idea
get a
what
vision.
happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah.
The audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy?
The prop.
I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
I guess someone recognized your wishes and your will. It's so strange being with Novirat. Oh, Jesus. I have this thing now to... I just want to draw Novita just eating the vision on stage. He's the only one that actually as a rain. This one he decided. We discussed it before how it's not something is decided. This one was decided. Oh, to hit. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's. Oh, over here. I really like that they kept in French. It's like Hyunjin. Funny thing is, Hyunjin singing and that video was one of my favorite thing in all Genshin. And I guess I have a new one. Furina singing. Fuck. Are you feeling alright?
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
Yeah.
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
Jesus.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
No, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition.
Yeah.
Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life.
Aww.
I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Oh.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
Yeah, you say that.
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Oh.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
Oh, okay.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Yes, they went out with the boom.
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe.
Wish you the best.
After watching
man.
Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well.
Aww.
What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me.
I mean,
I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
Don't limit yourself. Do what you feel is right for you.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling.
Yeah.
The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place
I
it is.
understand why she feel like acting would bring her back, but I think acting is actually what can make her express herself the most. So she doesn't have to be scared of herself. She can just express that emotion with many characters. Next time I'll invite you.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods,
This was a gift from
I should
Ruvilet.
do my best to honor it.
This one was a gift from Ruvilet, girl. Yay! Yay! Sorry, you're gonna do.
I mean, of course I have some regrets, but...
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
Oh, wait.
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, I've got an interview with the Steambird to get to.
Oh, nice.
Thanks to all your help, the show was more perfect than we ever could have hoped for.
Yeah.
But most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to O'Reilly.
Welcome. Farina? This is awkward.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
Yes. This one has nothing to do with the gods, though. This is... You're truly Nubidan.
Now that the buzz is worn off, I feel ready to pass out.
Poor man. And the final one is Elaine.
Thank you so much. I feel like I've rekindled the passion I had when I first joined the troupe. It might turn out to be too little, too late for me. But still, this has been the experience of a lifetime.
Letting me go out. Let's see if that stupid bitch is out here. If not, I guess we're done. And he's not. He ran away, motherfucker. Ah. So, I cried a lot. That's normal in a Genshin story. I guess I'm gonna see you next week. What the fuck happened? Okay. I guess I'm gonna see you next week with Genshin, and I'm gonna see you on Friday with the drawing stream. So, as always, if you want to join, I have a Discord, and if you're interested in my drawings, I have an Instagram and a Twitter too. Be careful with the Twitter links because I have not separate one. Oh. Thank you all for seeing me cry. I'm gonna see you later this week. Have a nice day. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Yep. Ho finito la quest. Ho finito la quest, ho pianto, il video è bellissimo. La